This could be the most interesting article I have ever read by a state-owned news company. This is essentially the Chinese government saying this is the reason why the legacy automotive industry sucks and our automotive industry is about to eat it alive. That is literally what they're saying. And they're saying, here are the reasons why that's happening. Here are the reasons. Fascinating. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Electric Viking. My name is Sam Evans. Great to have you here on the channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back to everyone else. If you're wondering what the hell is going on with this idiot here who just crashed his bike and broke some ribs and went to hospital and smashed his head. Fortunately, I had a full face helmet on. Yeah, you know, my boys, Jack and Cal, they're 5 and 8 and they race BMX and I like to ride with them, and I probably should not lend out my protective BMX gear, which got eaten by a dog apparently. I should start wearing it and keep it on my body at all times of the day. Anyway, yeah, last night I spent a bit of time in the hospital and yeah, it wasn't too much fun. Sleeping was just horrendous. If you've had broken ribs, you know what I'm talking about. Not great. Anyway, let's get to it. Audi. Chinese state media says the reason that Audi, Mercedes, basically legacy auto, are not selling electric cars in China is not because they haven't made any, but because their electric cars are shit. Well, they're saying that the electric cars made in China now, in terms of their price, the luxury ones especially, in terms of their price for specification level, are way, way better than legacy auto in comparison to those cars coming from Audi, Mercedes, BMW, etc. And to be fair, they're not wrong. CNEV Post reports that it's well known to many that the new energy vehicles or electric car vehicles of Germany luxury car makers, BMW, Mercedes-Benz and Audi, are not performing very well, especially in comparison to local startups in China. And things get even more interesting when a state-owned media outlet focuses on why this is happening. Economic Daily today published an article titled "Why Audi's Electric Vehicles Don't Sell as Well as New Car Makers," giving their take on what is going on in the industry. And I've reported on this. I feel like they're watching the channel because they're basically paraphrasing what I've said hundreds of times. But anyway, although Audi has introduced several e-tron series electric vehicles in China, sales have been, frankly, embarrassing. The article said, not just me, the article said this, adding that data from the Chinese Passenger Car Association, the CPCA, shows that only 1,439 Audi e-tron units were sold in 2021. Now, you might think, well, it's not so bad. I mean, electric cars are new. No, it's terrible. There was 3.5 million electric cars sold in China last year. Only 1,400 of those were Audi e-trons. That is horrendous. Not to mention Tesla, which obviously legacy auto manufacturers, in particular luxury car legacy auto manufacturers, are way behind in terms of sales in China. However, Audi has not even caught up with the taillights of the new forces of car making, including NIO, XPeng, and Li Auto. But they're not the only three. There's a lot of them. The reason why Audi's electric vehicles do not sell well, according to the Chinese state government, on the one hand, is the lack of product strength, the article says. Take, for example, Volkswagen's Audi e-tron 2021 Model 50 Quattro, which is like a premium model, which is the topmost model in the lineup. It is equipped with dual motors with a total power output of 230 kilowatt, a 96.7 kilowatt hour battery, and the NEDC range is divided into two versions, 450 kilometers and 500 kilometers, depending on the model. It can be said that either the range or the 0 to 100 kilometer acceleration performance is poor. The Audi e-tron has no advantage at all compared to its competitors in the same class, only disadvantages. More importantly, Audi's electric vehicles lack intelligence features. The article said, I've been going on about this for ages. People don't understand just how far the technology in terms of the infotainment systems in Chinese vehicles has come. And legacy auto, they're really way behind in this area. The article added that the product power of today's electric vehicles is not only reflected in the power change or the power advantages of local electric car manufacturers plus Tesla, but also in the intelligent experience, particularly in the Chinese market. Smart and network connectivity has become fundamental product features and major competencies for electric vehicles, the article said. So what's happening is people are getting into these cars, they're jumping into an Audi, and they're going, where are all the features? Well, why doesn't it have all these apps? Can I download my own apps? Can I download these apps that I use? No, you can't. And then they're jumping into a Neo or a number of different electric car manufacturers, and they're going, here's all the stuff that I use, here's the stuff that I want. Wow, okay. And then they're getting back into the Audi and they're going, or the Mercedes, and they're going, why is all this stuff missing? Just as is the transition between smartphones and traditional cell phones, the focus of Chinese consumers is no longer on ruggedness, durability, and smashing walnuts, the article said, but it includes online and offline applications, as well as a myriad of smart eco experiences. By this standard, the Audi e-tron is only a half-baked smart electric vehicle. It is not difficult to understand that its competitiveness is not as good as the new car-making forces, including Tesla and NIO. This is coming from the Chinese state media, by the way. They're praising Tesla and NIO. On the other hand, it lies in the unrealistic pricing of their products, say Chinese state-owned media. The article says, Audi's locally produced e-tron has a starting price of RMB 546,800. Although the starting price of the locally produced e-tron has been reduced by 146,000 compared to the imported version, this price is much, much higher than not only the Tesla Model Y, but also the BMW iX3. Such a high price is, to put it nicely, overconfidence and not showing enough sincerity in the Chinese market. Or to put it frankly, systematic errors in product definition, say the Chinese state media. Some people say that Audi's electric vehicles are still in the fuel car era in terms of product definition, and there is a path dependence on traditional fuel cars that is somewhat unjustified. The path dependence and inertia in product positioning is already constraining its ability to innovate, according to the article. While this path dependence is not entirely due to technological backwardness, but rather a mistake in product definition methodology, and will probably lead to its fall on the smart EV track and needs to be sufficiently alarmed, according to the article. China has now become the world's largest electric vehicle market and an important battleground for Audi's electrification transition. According to its new target, Audi's electrified models will reach 1/3 of total sales in 2025. Clearly, Audi has to make more changes to achieve this goal, said the article. To be honest, I'm going to just say it how it is. The article, I think, is being nice. The truth is that Audi, Mercedes, and BMW they're dead. They're screwed in China. They are going to lose that market almost entirely. I think that their market share will decrease by 90% by 2030 because simply they are way behind. They are way behind. Basically, NIO, XPeng, and other makers that I've talked about on this channel are on the fifth rung of the electrification ladder. They're on the first or the second. In almost every way, they don't have an advantage. Even their brand, even the brand of electric cars in China, they don't have a good brand. If you look at the brand surveys in China, people are not saying, yeah, we want a BMW, we want an Audi. When they ask about cars, they're saying we want a NIO, we want a Tesla. It's too late. The race has been won and done. Audi, finished. Sorry, legacy auto, China is over. It's basically over. This is done. Doesn't matter what you do from here on in. Not the same for America. America's a different story. But in China, it's over. Why do I say not the same for America? Well, you don't have hundreds of electric car factories sitting there pumping out hundreds of vehicles with incredibly impressive technology that's been built into the skateboard of that platform. So it's literally a software device from the ground up. That's a totally different way of manufacturing cars. You're about to do that, but that's not in place yet. So legacy auto has a chance in America. And that's what I think companies like Toyota should focus on. Japan, focus on America. Forget China. It's over. You've lost that market. Huge market share. You're going to lose billions of dollars, but too bad, too late. So sad. Should have gone on board earlier. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one.